are we doing? I don't remember exactly. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Pretty sure it's up here somewhere. Oh. Wholesale? Boo! I don't want to sell nothing. It's the same price you'd buy it anywhere else. Nah. Nah. Ooh, quality on me slab. Let me only discard one card. Yep. Let's go ahead and discard a whole bunch of these. Yeah. That'll work.
To battle.
Oof. Huh, fun, I guess. We'll go through and read all those at some point. So find a good spot here. Yeah, let's do it. Waiting for that 30% markup. Ooh, there it is. Now we're gonna sell this junk. Yes. I don't really need it. Also, it's not a quick buy. These are all kind of trash, right? Fine. Ooh. Awesome. Excellent. Okay. Cleared up all my inventory space. Perfect.
Battle time.
Battle time. Such a good skill. That was such a worthy buy. Such a good buy. Cool.
A bizarre rock appeared. It seems primed to
Ooh,
explode. The bizarre
it
rock
did.
transformed into a gold rock.
Nice. So much money. I don't know what to do with it all. Oh, wow. Dang, wish I had that just a second ago. Oh well. Life goes on. Let's lay down a little bit more, get more tired. Ugh, there we go. Fall asleep. Ooh, multiply XP, I like that. Likes the sounds of that. Ugh. Deal damage equal to value of 2 dice. Yeah.
To battle.
Hey, it's with friends. They'll get a better one. Ooh, that would be so awesome. Alright, good. Take that.
A great statue stands before you, large enough that you have to crane your neck to look up at it. You wonder how much historical value such a thing might have.
That one skeleton. And I can keep doing that. Get the same speed as the issue. Target from. Oh, that's stupid. Come on, 2-star. There we go, let's go. Be worth it. Wait, did I not get it? Oh, maybe I didn't. Maybe I just saw it. Should I roll a 15 or greater? Huh. So funny. I thought I got it, but I didn't.
Get him.
Yeah.
Get him.
Ooh, girl. Yeah, my strength did go up by 1. Dead and dead. It's so random. There's no reason to like switch. Trellis. Like a mazy little room.
Get him.
Get him. Ooh, that's boo. I want me some of that. Yes, that should be fine.
Sometimes you get lucky. Get him.
Wedding rights to have pledged their love to one another, exchange which is worth all times. That's right, exchange headdresses. That's a weird one.
Sometimes you get lucky. A masterful victory.
Why is this like being weird? Glasses. Piece of firewood down shot. Good.
Get him. A masterful victory.
Hey, what's up? Yeah.
Battle time. Battle time.
Despise not the labor which humbles the heart. Humility has taken Thai kingdoms, and the proud have all but led to ruin.
I didn't expect this expedition to be humble.
Then for what did you do so early?
I was just trying to get away. As far as I could from it. It's not new enough. The real Numenor anyway.
Berserk damage to target recovery. Sure, that's fine.
I expected nothing less. You look at Trollis and ask, "You okay?" She gives a vivacious bounce, assuring you that she's as fine as she looks and that you don't have to worry. Perhaps she then realizes what you actually mean, so she continues to speak with some brightness in her voice. She reminds you that she has the circus troupe, who accepted her without discrimination. And on top of that, she has kind friends who worry about her and do their best to nurse her back to health when she falls ill. So of course she's all right.
So we'll do my best, be big girl for troop and for friends.
Where will you hide it?
Not even you.
Our enemy has been sighted. We survived them before. Now we must do so again. Tonight.
Our position gives us an advantage.
Get him.
We must draw the enemy in close. This will test your nerve.
All who cannot fight will be barricaded inside.
See it rise again. Do you believe it?
I expect.
What about me? Dad, tell us what we do to children. I've been fighting to know the account. Which is why I need you and Pam protected. Remember when I was little? Next time I what you used to say when you would hold me in the dark.
Your group reaches an antechamber with 3 arrows inscribed on the floor.
In the end, this shadow is but a small and passing thing.
Further inside, you can see a statue and what appears to be some kind of pedestal.
Forever beyond its range.
To the right is a door, and by the looks of it, your only way onward.
I'll find you.
There is evidence of something heavy having been on top of the pedestal. The floor sinks slightly when you step on the arrow, and then why, the statue moved. Apparently, it moves in the same direction as whichever arrow is stepped on.
It's a tradition among elves before the battle begins. Not
New life. In defiance of death.
I'm feeling this is gonna get super annoying here. So.
it is believed that one of the Valar
The statue slides on top of the pedestal, and in that instant, with a groan, the door opens. Relieved that you can finally move on, you decide to head through the door.
little plant after the battle's over. In a new garden. You and I. Together.
Get him!
Excuse me. Guidance. The monster still is precious to us. So if we didn't bruise damage, I'll find hope.
Monsters block the way. You attack them at once, determined to make your way deeper into the ruins. To battle.
Let's try clearing that.
Battle time. The monsters make no move to attack you, and instead seem to be focused on quiet prayer.
So interesting. Are we actually the monsters? Go ahead and give that to her.
time.
It's about ice cream time. Almost.
Get him. You emerge into a wide open space with an array of stone tablets. You glance down at your feet and spot a piece of paper on the floor. The scrap has a note written on it. To proceed, align the tablets with matching patterns. Well, that's simple, Ligol says. He approaches the tablets, but then the tablets change position entirely on their own.
Hooray. So each page is going to make sure all of them, the door will open and you'll be able to progress.
You've managed to match 2 stone tablets. Keep it up.
And I have no idea what the rest would be. That one maybe? Ooh, lucky guess. This one maybe?
You flipped a try picking another one. You've successfully flipped all of the tablets. And now, with a groan, the door opens. Feeling a bit mentally fatigued, you decide to head through the door with your friends.
Fun. Oh, there was a 4th one. Dang.
Battle time.
Oh, that's the one I want. I swear she's not the last one. It's like it just tends to have better stuff.
Battle time.
Battle time. Okay, I got you. I got you. To my daughter, I beg you, please forgive me. You are good for nothing, Father. I could not live the creed, nor do any of the things the Father had to do, nor gain this to the village. I love you. Perfect, that's just the guy I want to see you do that too. I would kill it if I could just get this card web. Try a 2-star one for me to have. That'd be great. Nice. More attack, so. Transfer the deceased headdress to a doll and spend 99 days together in the place upon the prior and send it to the heavens first. Roger, soul balanced.
Sometime? You've discovered the stone tablet that has information about New Terra recorded on it.
Nice.
You rush over to the tablet, but suddenly, you guessed it,
It's a
a
scary
monster appears
Ugh.
and attacks. Battle time.
You. Oh, boo. Boo. Yikes. Yeah, boy.
There appears to be some writing on the stone tablet. You ask Polka to decipher it, but the script appears to be from a language that even one of his considerable knowledge has never seen. The four of you decide to ask the guru about the tablet.
Yeah, that's
You
good.
decide to exit the ruined edifice immediately.
That's good. Let me take a little break. Backsy Whimsies.
You look at Trollis and say, "You don't have to go into the village if you don't want to." She assures you that it's fine and comes along anyway. As you make your way into town, the apothecary approaches. Before you can say anything, the man blurts out an apology to Trollis. The sudden contrition is a surprise, and not just to you. Legol and Polka are clearly taken aback, too.
While I may have been intimate to hold fast to our creed, there is still how few of my behavior towards you was
The
foul.
guru must have explained things. Everyone in the village has accepted Trollis by the sound of it.
That's nice.
The proprietor of the inn is smiling at you once again. Please feel free to take a room if you need one.
You have a stone tablet. Must mean the monster is defeated. I think
The
it.
guru accepts the tablet and runs a loving hand over it. This little piece of stone is an integral part of our town's rituals. One might go so far as to call it the soul of the village. You find it all a little bit unsettling.
Yes, that's not creepy at all.
Hoping to move the conversation along, you ask what is written on it about New Terra. The guru gives a deep bow of the head at your question.
I'm afraid that what I said about the tablet having a way to New Terra recorded it was a fabrication. I am sorry.
You're stunned at the news. She lied to you in order to get you to retrieve the tablet. Your shoulders droop, and you struggle to get the words out. So, New Terra is... But the guru replies in a solemn voice. You do not need to worry. New Terra does exist, and I know the way there. It is found to the north, beyond a massive cliff that towers over the land, called the End Wall. She goes on to explain that to get there, you must travel through the cave to the north. With that, she offers a final prophecy. What you seek shall be found in New Terra. There's something desolate in her expression. The moment you leave the shrine, you sense that something is amiss. The village is suffocatingly quiet. Polka lets out a little scream and points at a villager collapsed on the ground. The old man has breathed his last. Stay alert, Legol whispers so that only the group can hear. The old man is dead, his gentle face frozen. The boy is dead, surrounded by artificial flowers. Though it looks like she is just sleeping, The proprietor is dead. The woman is dead, but the hand on her full stomach suggests her end was met in satiety.
Some sort of death cult.
A bottle of medicine has tumbled over next to the corpse of the apothecary. Having examined several of the bodies, Pulka reports that the cause of their death appears to have been suicide by poison. You remember the desolate expression on the guru's face, and you realize you need to rush back to the Shrine of Light. Legol rears up and breaks the door open with a mighty kick. The guru is collapsed, bleeding on the ground. You run over to her and try to help her sit up. Her eyes flutter open, and she looks over your group. They have all passed without incident then, she says with a feeble smile. You take one of her limply hanging hands and ask, why? She said as much. They have a creed here in the village, and that creed is absolute. Be kind to people and kill monsters. And
Death to those who break the
this
creed.
village's hatred for monsters runs deep, having taken root long, long ago. Those feelings cannot be changed, nor can the creed. The guru produces the stone tablet from the ruins. So long as we have this, our souls shall be guided to their rest, she murmurs. Trollis bursts into tears and says that this was all her fault. No, says the guru softly. It was mine. She was prepared for this and invited you in with full understanding of what would happen. Despite all of that, she still wished to get the stone tablet back from the monster.
And I'm tired now. I can finally see Mother and
They were
Father
all
again.
tired. The many years of being caught up between their hatred and their creed had made the villagers and the guru alike exhausted with life. With one last word of thanks, the guru gently breathes her last breath. Thus did the monster-loathing village pass to dust. A visceral demonstration of what happens when you mix faith with hate.
Beast Tamer collapses, poisoned. Party seeks refuge in the Village of Light. The last people of this village abhor monsters. They torment Trollos through bigotry birthed by their religious beliefs. You should stop save the heroes, but the religion's young guru. Religious young guru. The guru tells them where to find a certain stone tablet. But when the heroes return to the village of light, they find every last inhabitant.
You and your companions dig long, deep holes, graves. You feel it's only right to give the dead a proper burial. That's one grave complete. You let out a long sigh. You wonder how the others are faring. You find Trollos and Legol filling one of the graves. Trollos is in shock. Had she not come to the village, everyone might still be alive. They made their choice. We bear no responsibility for their fate, Legol says, trying to comfort her. Silence hangs in the air. They break ground on a fresh grave. You leave them be. Polka gazes at the Shrine of Light, where the guru lived with her family. You ask Polka if perhaps it was better this way. He shakes his head and says there are many things in this world he does not understand. As you leave, you hear him speaking softly to himself.
I just hope she's been reunited with her parents.
Though closure yet escapes you, the graves have been dug. The party agrees it is time to sleep, or at least to try.
The next day.
The village is all too quiet as your party rouses from slumber. Everyone sets about preparing to pass through the cave leading to the end wall.
Hell, you there?
Glancing over in the direction of the shout, you see the roving merchant waving his whole arm at you. Trollos was able to make a full recovery thanks to the info he passed on. You acknowledge him with a slight nod, deciding to stop by the market later so you can properly express your gratitude.
Do it right now. Right meow.
The merchant sees that Trollos has recovered and lets out a sigh of relief. He asks after the apothecary with curative-making prowess. It seems he wishes to replenish his stock. Alas, the apothecary is... You tell him of the tragedy that transpired in the Village of Light. The man falls silent for a time. I should like to set off some fireworks then, in honor of the dead. The fireworks are only briefly visible in the bright light of day. You can't help but think they would be prettier if this place ever experienced nighttime. Your thoughts then turn to the departed villagers. Have you captured an orc child? The merchant asks. Remember, it must be 2 stars or above.
Oh, I have? When did I do that?
After you
What
summon
the-
the beast, the merchant calls over
Goodness
the
gracious.
blacksmith. The smithy looks at the orc child's weapon from every angle, all the while muttering, "I see, I see." Apparently, he's been developing a hammer that even children could use in self-defense, and wanted to use the orc child's weapon as reference. Allow me to thank you on behalf of the smithy, the merchant says. I oversee the entire roving market, and as such, it is my duty to reward you. I may ask for your help again in the near future, he says with a smile. Until then. Ah, perfect timing, the merchant says. I was hoping you'd catch me a venom slime. 2 stars or above, as usual. He then procures a picture, and apparently its beautiful purple body has earned it the name Jewel of the Wasteland. You make note of the information and bid the man farewell. Have you found a venom slime? The merchant asks. Remember, I need one that's 2 stars or above. The merchant looks at the summoned monster closely, then says he would like to take a bit of its outer layer. And then... After scraping off a bit of its slime, he tells you that he plans to use it in a medicine. The more vivid the color, the higher the price he can sell it for. If I can successfully cultivate this, then, he murmurs, trailing off with a grin. After a moment, he clears his throat, then thanks you. I may ask for your help again in the near future, he says with a smile. Until then. Hello there, the merchant greets. I have another request for you. Could you capture me a gargoyle? As always, it must be. He then procures a picture. Gargoyle, you make note of the information and bid the man farewell. The merchant's eyes light up as you approach. "So," he asks eagerly, "have you found a 2-star gargoyle?"
No, I haven't. Okay.
You take the card out from your case and summon the monster. Ah, it's the... You nod and turn on your heel, determined to capture an even more powerful beast.
Ooh, looks like we got new stuff.
The guru mentioned there would be a cave leading to the end wall in this area. The party takes a look around. Polka takes notice of a crack in the snow and ice. Upon closer examination, you realize it must be the cave entrance. It's been almost entirely snowed in. If you can just clear the snow away, you should be able to pass inside. The flame primal appears before you and melts the snow blocking the entrance in an instant. You have to admit you're getting quite good at controlling these primals. In fact, you might be able to control the flame primal well enough to keep everyone warm in the harsh climes ahead. In the distance, you see a massive cliff looming over the vast expanse of thick snow before you. That must be the end wall, the Ghoul says gravely. Warmed by the flame primal, the party sets off in the direction of the massive sheet of ice. The sand skiff slows to a crawl. Actually, nope. It's stopped entirely. You peer down at the wheels to find them completely packed with snow. You won't get across the snow in the sand skiff like this. Before you can even get the words out, Polka is muttering to himself and drawing up blueprints. His Sand Skiff Mark II plans, he announces, will require planks, or something plank-like. 2 long, thin planks of metal, to be precise, he says, giving you an idea.
I might be able to use a certain monster for this.
You raise the card containing the steel primal high into the air. Now, with your primal wrangling powers coming into their own, you think you might be able to get the steel primal to help you. You summon it and manage to make it craft 2 long, skinny metal plates. Though it's not yet effortless, your control over the primals feels more responsive than ever. You hand the plates to a gleeful Polka, who immediately attaches them to the sand skiff.
Several hours.
Thanks to Polka's efforts, the sand skiff can now travel across snow. careful. I expected nothing less.
Ooh. Man, this is a fun looking guy.
Battle time.
Let's do a little savey davy.
You come across a warrior clad head to toe in black armor, singularly focused on his swordcraft. He seems quite skilled. You spot a sign near him which reads, "Challengers welcome. Must be strong." The warrior turns to face you. "You, young lady, are not yet ready," he says with a chuckle.
That's messed up.
You're not sure why he's laughing. You pay him no mind and continue on your way. Battle time. Whew. Battle time.
Okay, looks through the telescope and yelps for a snatcher from him. Take a look.
Monster. It's a monster. Fortunately, it hasn't noticed you yet. So So far, so good. Alas, the monster senses your presence and whips around, ready to fight. Battle time.
Oh, battle time.
Oh! Your surprise attack failed, but you also rid the world of another monster. That'll do. You return to the path, and at last, you've reached the end wall. It is a cliff taller than any you've seen, and its breadth extends as far as the eye can see. It practically defies you to conquer it. You try to climb it, but its face is sheer ice, and your hands find no purchase. But you will not be defeated. You redouble your efforts and scramble partway up, only to see a giant snowball hurtling your way. In a show of quick thinking, you summon the flame primal and melt it before it crashes into you. Alas, that movement throws you off balance, and you plummet into the snow at the base of the end wall. Legol's plea for you to stop goes unheeded, and you hurl yourself bodily at the icy cliff. This time, an even larger snowball drops down from the heavens. Sensing your life is in danger, you abandon your climb. You announce that you won't be trying again, and Legol applauds the sagacity of your decision. He then reminds you that no one even knows if the Nuterra the Guru spoke of is real. Polka doesn't look quite so ready to give in. Nuterra's existence is irrelevant, he says, noting that the Guru said it was simply where you'd find what you seek. Trollis reckons she can climb it and leaps at the end wall. The party is divided. Legol opposes any attempt to advance, but Polka and Trollis insist on scaling the wall. Thanks to the flame primal's warmth, the debate carries on for some time. Suddenly, your vision blurs. You've drawn upon the flame primal's power for too long, and your body has reached its limit. The flame you called forth blinks out of existence, and a piercing chill sets in once more. Between your exhaustion and the cold, you feel yourself growing faint.
What's this? We haven't had any visitor in quite
These
some
words
time.
and the shape of an old woman emerging from the snow are the last things you register before you lose consciousness. Your eyes open, and your surroundings come into focus. You're in a bed. Next to you sits an old woman. "Come around, have you?" she asks gently. You suppose she's been looking after you. Perhaps drawn by the noise you're making, Legol and the others burst into the room. They all fawn over you in turn. Care for something to eat? The old woman asks, her voice as soothing as any curative. You accept her kind offer immediately, offering your thanks loudly and profusely. A model youth, if ever there was one, the woman says, nodding enthusiastically as she sets to cooking. The food is simple and warm. It heals your body and mind with every bite. Polka broaches a bit of conversation while you eat. I didn't happen to see anyone else in the village. The old woman says she'll take you to meet the others, and shuffles out of the cabin. The old woman leads you to the graveyard. They're all gone now, she says softly. Her face creases with profound sadness. Eager to leave a land in which nothing can grow, each one tried to scale the end wall and reach New Terra. But not a single one returned. Eventually, the old woman was the only one left. Her own son was also among those who set out to scale the end wall. Still, the old woman ventures to the end wall once a day, clinging to the last shred of hope she has that he will return. She tells you how grateful she's been for your company after so much time alone, and suggests you spend the night in Icevale.
Yeah.
A piercing shriek launches you out of a deep sleep and onto your feet. That was the kindly old woman's voice. You're sure of it. You all agree to check in on her. This portion of the village appears to be a graveyard. The party hurriedly piles into her humble abode. To find the old woman doubled over, clutching her back and unable to move. She's thrown her back out, Polka says matter-of-factly. There's a first time for everything, I suppose, he says. I'll have to perform surgery. Wish me luck. Absolutely not, the old woman protests. Perhaps sensing no small amount of danger to her life, the woman remains where she is and informs you that there is a curative that will ease her suffering. One derived from Solnivias, rare flowers that bloom across the snowy plains. She's fed you and provided shelter. You must find that flower for her.
Hell, you there?
You turn your head toward the source of the sound and see the merchant looking half frozen, waving at you from afar. You wave back, agog at the sight. What's a merchant like him doing in a place like this? You hear a voice call out somewhere behind you and turn to find its source. Gotcha, a furry monster says, looking you in the eye. And it is very upset with you. This isn't just any monster. Not if it was able to cover its tracks well enough to sneak up on you. Wait, wife? You shuffle through the cards in your deck and pull out the one with another mouthy furball sealed inside.
Ah, beloved, I will free you from curse. Choose clearly out of revenge. What will you do?
You can't put a finger on why, but you don't want to go out of your way to tangle with this wee beast. You turn your back on it and run. Wait, it shouts after you. But of course, you do not obey. You spot a small flower poking its head above the snow. Surely that must be a Solnivia. There are several jutting up from the snow, but you pluck just one and resolve to return to the old woman. You spot a number of small but mighty flowers poking up through the snow. The mere sight of them fills you all with hope. The merchant is shivering something fierce. Please, you lot are my only hope, he pleads, and lays out his wares.
Seriously, okay, so we got 1, 2, 3. I just think it'd be better to get these two guys. Oh, can you level up? Yes, you can.
You burst through the door, Solnivia in hand. Polka grinds it according to the old woman's instructions and spreads the resulting salve on her back. Ah, that feels better already, she coos. Indeed, she seems to be instantly healed. Thank you ever so much. You must be chilled to the bone, she chirps as she begins preparing you a meal. The party decides there's nothing that cannot wait until tomorrow and agrees to spend yet another night in Icevale. Upon waking, your party begins discussing how to proceed.
What do we do now?
Sure, you gave up on scaling the end wall yourself, but you didn't have a plan then. Surely, if you all put your heads together, Polka and Trollis, who were already eager to find Nuterra, seize on this idea. Legol, the sole dissenter, can tell he's been outvoted. If that's what you want, he says grudgingly. And so the party resolves to take another crack at climbing the end wall, but not before checking in on the old woman one last time. You knock at the door to the old woman's cabin, but there's no answer.
What's up?
Might she still be asleep?
Timing? No, we can do that in a sec. I was about to be done with it.
You walk in to check
Do
on
this
her
little section.
and
This one when I
find her
found Dad was
lying
over, so I
abed,
don't know, 5 minutes
cold
probably.
to the touch. The Solnivia could have been poisonous, Legol posits. But Polka refutes that hypothesis upon examining her. He pronounces her dead of natural causes. From the sub-Terran village to Steelborough to the City of Flame and onward, you've left a trail of death and disease in your wake.
It must be pestilence incarnate, you say,
If
Choir.
there is a god of pestilence among us, it's me, Legol says, coming to your defense. Polka counters that were you a god of pestilence, the continued good health of the entire party would be inexplicable and, frankly, illogical.
Normal day. Nothing crazy.
Trollis gently strokes your back and suggests you all give the old woman a proper burial.
Save here. Can't pick this up.